Okay, HeadT1138 here, and this is part 2 of my massively huge, ginormous Sega pickup video. You throw in whatever adjective you want there, and that's what it is. Okay, I really should have broken part 2 into part 2A and part 2B because I don't have enough room to have everything over here at once. Even with my desk and the two tables, you know, one on either side of me, there's not enough room to stack everything and then still have some place to put it when I'm done showing it to you. So I'm going to do 32X and Sega CD stuff first. Then I'm going to go over there and get all the Genesis games that are covering my air hockey table and bring them over here. Hopefully they will fit. We'll see. And I'll do that part second. And you know what? I may break these up into two parts. I might do part 2A Friday night and then part 2B Saturday morning. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. If I remember any prices, if I do, I'll throw them out. If not, too freaking bad. Alright, this first group of games came from Brie Software. And I have to tell you, WhoniverseReview contacted me, I think sometime in June, and mentioned Brie Software to me, so I looked it up, and sure enough, they do have a bunch of games. Now, it's located in California, but they have a website. Check out Brie Software, because if you give them your email address, they'll send you coupons and stuff. I got one the other day for like 42% off Genesis games and free shipping, so that is really cool. Also, check out WhoniverseReview. I'll link his channel down below if I remember. If not, it's WhoniverseReview. He likes Doctor Who, he likes video games, how bad can he be, right? Now, this is what I got. Got a couple of loose games. NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Yeah, it's a sports game, but it's actually not very easy to come by. Primal Rage, another one that's not very easy to come by. And T-Mech, one that I had never even seen before for even remotely a reasonable price, and it was, God, dirt cheap. I picked up Space Harrier, complete in the box, and you know what? I'm not going to bother saying complete in the box. I'm just going to show it to you, and if it's not complete, I'll tell you if I remember. But pretty much everything is complete. WrestleMania, the arcade game, another one that's fairly hard to come by. I don't want to stack the cardboard box in the bottom. A couple of Sega CD / 32X titles. Fahrenheit. What is this called? Slam City with Scottie Pippen. I don't know why this one is so sought after, but it is. I guess they must not have made too many of them, came along later in life. Night Trap for the Sega CD 32X. And I believe that was it that I got from there. But thank you, WhoniverseReview, for pointing that place out to me. Wish I'd have known about it a long time ago, because I'm sure I missed out on some really good deals. I'm going to show you two here that I have no idea where I got them. Don't remember at all. Cosmic Carnage. Now, I had Cosmic Carnage, but I didn't have it in the box. Now I have it in the box, and it's complete. And Zaxxon Mother Base 2000 complete. This game, I don't know what to think about this. It looks really cool. It plays, though, essentially just exactly like Zaxxon, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But so far, you know, you got the same perspective as Zaxxon. It plays very similar. You've just got big bosses this time. I don't know. I like it. It's different. And then we're going to move into, this was from the Cuyahoga Falls Exchange. This is not the one that I normally talk about. I normally talk about the Canton, or the one on Cleveland Avenue here recently. This one is in Cuyahoga Falls, and I hit it every week. I hit it on Tuesday just as they open. And that was to my benefit once, because apparently this guy was trading in his 32X collection over the span of like a month. I was in there, and there were new games every morning. And the really cool thing about it is, he was coming in and trading them in on Monday nights before they closed. I guess he worked days or whatever, I have no idea. I was coming in Tuesday morning, and they were behind the counter. They hadn't even priced them yet, because I was coming in just as they opened. So I would go in, look behind the counter. Lo and behold, there were more 32X games. So there's only one of these in this stack that I did not get there, but you'll know why in a second. The first one, kind of crappy, but it was only $1. It is whatever this is, somebody, Fred Couples 36 Great Holes of Golf, whatever. And the box is in horrible shape, but I didn't have the game yet, or did I have the game loose? I don't remember. I bought it because it's in the box and it had the manual. I'll replace the box someday, maybe I won't, because who cares, it's golf, right? This is another one that I'm going to tell you the price on because I remember it, because I got it the same day as 36 Holes of Golf, and it just about, I don't know, just about blew me away. It is Mortal Kombat 2 for $2.50. Now, I got it for $2.50 because when I grabbed it, it had been crushed like this way, so the inner box was all smashed, and the guy said that's why they were selling it so cheap. I just brought it home and stuck a box, and I'm sorry, an inner sleeve in it that wasn't that badly damaged from one of my other games. And there you go. Mortal Kombat 2, which is not a terribly common 32X game, for $2.50. Also there, actually I'll show you this one in a second. I'll show you these here. I actually picked this up at the Canton Exchange, God, probably towards the beginning of the year, and it is Knuckles Chaotix. Got this dirt cheap. Well, I was back in there, and this was the day that I picked up the next one that you'll see too, and the Cuyahoga Falls Exchange had another copy for the same price. So I don't know where they're getting their prices, but man, are they wrong. The only thing I could think, and this will give you an idea of what I paid for this, they're pricing out the Genesis Knuckles Chaotix. So whatever system they use, wherever they go to look up their prices, hopefully they don't figure it out, because I'd like to pick up several more of these. I think they're pricing this as Knuckles Chaotix for the Genesis, so my benefit. And yes, I will be selling off that other one with one of my 32Xs, or maybe by itself. I don't know, it goes for a lot of money, so probably by itself. This I got the same day, I'm pretty sure. It is Tempo. Also complete, also a fairly uncommon game, certainly one I've never seen in the wild before that day. And Colibri I picked up, very, very, very cheap. Now the last one I got there, I think this is actually the first one I found there, so I kind of did this in reverse order. Must have just been the way they were stacked. It is Blackthorn on the 32X, which I will tell you, I like Blackthorn on the Super Nintendo better, which kind of surprised me. This one looks better and sounds better, but the play just seems a little odd to me for some reason, so I don't know. I wouldn't go and spend a ton of money on these if you weren't collecting for the 32X, but I would go and get the Super Nintendo version. It's a lot cheaper, and I don't know, it doesn't look or sound as good, but it plays better. So yeah, ton of 32X games. There's one other one that I'm going to show you here, but essentially I got all of these 32X games over the last few months, and I now only need 4 32X games to complete my 32X collection. That is very, very cool. Now hopefully I can use the proceeds from Knuckles Chaotix and these other games that I got there, very cheap. I picked up, I already had this one. This one was Starfleet Academy and Afterburner. I don't know, I'll sell those off, and hopefully between the Knuckles Chaotix and those 2 games, I'll be able to make enough money to pick up the remaining 4 32X games that I don't have and complete the 32X collection. I don't know why, I'm just obsessed with the idea of completing that. It's an easily attainable goal, that's probably why. Alright, the last 32X game I got, I'm going to show you here. It came with a stack of games that I'll show you in a second, and I'll let you know which ones they are. But I picked this up at Stickman's in Ashland, Ohio. It is RBI Baseball 95. I picked it up loose because, believe it or not, this is actually expensive to get complete, and I really don't care about this game. I'll make up my own cover and put it in a Genesis case, and life will be good. I may as well show you the rest of those here real quick. These I all picked up at Stickman's too, and again, picked it up over the course of a number of months from the same place, and I don't know, I almost feel bad because for the longest time I was complaining about Stickman's, but then after I got in there a few times, they started to get friendly with me, giving me all sorts of good deals. All of these were dirt cheap. God, I mean, so much less than I was seeing them go for online, and I would have never picked them up had they not been so cheap. But here we go. We got Corpse Killer for the Sega CD. I already have it for the CD 32X, but I mean, for a couple of bucks, I'll buy it for the Sega CD. Game that is absolutely terrible. I put this in and I guess you could say played it for about 10 minutes. Lodestar, The Legend of Tully Bodine. These full motion video games, they're not fun in, you know, terms of like playing a regular video game. They're fun because of the terrible acting. I don't know, it's an interactive movie essentially, and it's an interactive B movie, which makes it really fun in my opinion. If you haven't played them, you gotta try them out to see what I'm talking about. Surgical Strike, and then a couple of games that I'm gonna try out. I actually just got this for another YouTuber as well. Heimdall. I'm a little disappointed because I got his for a better deal than I got mine. The guy had 2 copies of them. I had bought mine a while back, and then he ended up, I don't know if the price went down on it or what, but he ended up selling it to me for even less than I paid for mine, and mine was, I thought, a good deal. And the last one is another RPG. It is Eye of the Beholder. Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Eye of the Beholder. And it looks like, I don't know if you can see on there, yeah, looks like one of the typical older Advanced Dungeons & Dragons games, and I love these kind of games. So, should have a great deal of fun playing that one. Let's stack these over here so don't ruin anything. This group here, you'll remember these from one of my other pickup videos, and this was the video game store that I go to that he kind of pissed me off because, you know, I went and bought a bunch of games that he said he couldn't get rid of, and then I came back the next week to buy the rest of them, and he had individually priced them. That guy. Well, these, I picked up 3 games here, 2 of them for $1, and they were Sega CD games, loose, Chuck Rock 2, Son of Chuck, and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Then for 50 cents I got Afterburner 3. I don't know if you can tell, but that's an orange sticker. I don't know how well it'll pick it up with my red shirt that looks orange. So, yeah. $2.50 for 3 Sega CD games, even though they're loose. I have empty cases over here from other things that I picked up, and I'll stick these in there, print out my covers, and it'll look half decent, I think. Oh, where the heck did I get this at? Let's see here. I'll show you this first. Now, this came in a lot of games that I bought off of eBay, and it was a lot that included, well, it included a bunch of Sega CD games. It included some Super Nintendo games, some Sega Genesis games, and I'll try to remember to reference that later when I do the Genesis portion of this. But yeah, I'm going to show you the ones that I kept. I'll show you here. There are more Sega CD games that I'm not going to show you because these I'm not going to be keeping. I'll be selling these off with my extra Sega CD over there, and then I'll be reusing the cases for the loose Sega CD games and Sega Saturn games that I have. But these, I was planning on keeping. This first one, I have no idea. I know it was in here. It's Iron Helix. Oops, can you see that? And the CD is missing. I know it was in here when I got it, but somehow I misplaced the CD for Iron Helix. I'm probably going to find it stuck in the couch or something. This is one that I don't intend to play, and actually, I planned to stick this in a package that I was sending to another YouTuber, along with 2 other of this type of game, and they're music video creators. I forgot to put this in there. Maybe I'll ship it to him separately later, but it is Power Factory, featuring who? CNC Music Factory. I am not interested in completing the Sega CD collection, so this is not one that I plan to keep. That's why I was going to give it to another YouTuber, so we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll ship it back out to him if I ever ship him another package. Also got Dracula Unleashed, which I did not previously have. And, wow, the glare is terrible here. Wing Commander. There we go. I'll hold it like that. The glare's not so bad. For the Sega CD. And this, I don't know. I like the Wing Commander games. This one had a little foamy do thing in it. And, I don't know. It looks like it could be interesting. It looks like, I don't know if you can see on there, but it looks like the Wing Commander games for the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, whoever. Hopefully this will be a little bit better. Or no, did they ever release it on the Sega Genesis? I don't believe they did. I think they just released it. I think they just released it on the Super Nintendo. Sorry, I'm up early and recording this before work. The alarm clock went off like an hour earlier than I planned for it to. Alright, these 3 games I got at another exchange. I got these in the exchange in Kent, Ohio. Got them on the same visit, and got them for what I thought was a spectacular deal. I actually do remember the prices on these. This first one, I have no idea what this game is about, but it looks like it could actually be interesting. And it was $2.50, so I picked up Bouncers. Then for $5 for each of these next 2, I picked up The Adventures of Batman and Robin. And this does not appear to be like The Adventures of Batman and Robin on the Genesis or the Super Nintendo. It looks different, which kind of makes me sad because that Adventures of Batman and Robin is fantastic. So, I don't know. We'll see how this one is. It looks pretty good. It just, like I said, it looks different from the other versions, which kind of makes me sad because those were really good. Looks like they took out some of the gameplay elements and added some full motion video elements, which I can't imagine that making the game better. Now the reason it was cheap is because all that I got was the disc and the manual here. And then I added the case and the little foamy do, and I printed out my own back cover art here. It is Fatal Fury Special, and for those of you that know, that is an extremely cheap price for this game. And all I had to do, like I said, was add the foamy thing and print out my own artwork for the sides and the back. So I now have an essentially complete Fatal Fury Special. What do we got there? 17 minutes. I'm definitely cutting this video into 2 parts. Probably going to show them both this weekend. We'll see.
Flying, fly. Oh boy! I don't know what to do.
I didn't even try to jump.
Oh, it's coming.
Hit them. Their points. Hit them.
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. Ah! Dodge, 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 dodge. Oh, I missed.
No, you didn't miss.
Jump! There you go.
Punch you back home.
Jump! Jump again!
Oh no. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up.
Wow, there's a pattern and stuff.
Oh!
Alan.
Oh! Jesus.
Your timing is terrible.
Oh no!
Can you make it without crashing this time, Eldon?
No.
You can do it. You're moving nice and slow. Jump.
Jump. Down. Up. Down. Up.
Wow, you cut that one close.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh god. Up. Down. Up. Down.